Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. Your girl here, Tanisha, and I am in my office actually working. And I came across a post that I posted um a while ago. And it basically talked about investing and why people don't invest and the reason people should be investing. Okay, so I actually went on ChatGPT. Okay. And I'm just going to give you guys all of the definitions, okay, from ChatGPT, okay, so that you guys can make a better decision, okay, so that you guys can make a better decision on investing, okay. Investing is not hard, okay. It is not complicated, right? It is not just for people on Wall Street. It is not just for people in suits. It's not just for people who making 100,000 or making millions of dollars. It's for everyday people. We did not learn that in school. Don't get me started, but we did not learn that in school is because money is power. So you teach people about money, you giving them power. The powers that be don't want their people knowing about money. So investing. Okay, what is investing? It's the act of using money to buy assets with the expectation of earning a return over time. This return can come in the form of dividends, meaning that it is the company's profits that they're going to pay their shareholders, interest, right? Money, making money, capital appreciation grows in value. Okay, that's the simple definition for investing. Okay, stocks. What are stocks? Stocks are shares of ownership. Stocks are shares of ownership in a company. When you buy a stock, you become a part owner of that company. You become a part owner of that company. If the company does well and its value increases, your stock value also increases. If the company performs poorly, your stock value decreases. That's stocks. So your money can grow or decrease. If you have money in the bank right now, your money's decreasing. If you got money in your 401k, it's decreasing right now. The stock market over the last 80, 90 years that has been around has went up 1.3 million%. Stocks, the stock market has went up in the last 90 years 1.3 million%. Okay. Next, why should people buy stocks? Here are some reasons why people should invest in stocks. Potential high returns. Dividend income, which is passive income. A way to hedge against inflation. What is inflation? Prices of everything keep rising. Inflation goes up 3 to 5% every single year. It's a way to protect your money. Ownership in a company. Diversification, right? Meaning you ain't just got all your money in the bank. You ain't just got all your money in the pension. You ain't just got all your money in the CD. You can diversify, right? There's a bunch of stocks okay, are on the exchanges. Pick some, okay? Where can you invest in stocks? online brokerage accounts, Charles Schwab, write this down, Vanguard, SoFi, Fidelity, and E-Trade. I use E-Trade. My husband used Charles Schwab. I also use SoFi. SoFi is giving people $25 right now. SoFi is giving people $25 right now to invest. So you can sign up for a free digital bank, which is a savings, and a checking account, high yield savings account up to 4% a year. Okay. Then you can get $25 to invest. Okay. Oh, that was where can you buy stocks, okay? Next one. How much money is actually in the stock market? $109 trillion. $109 trillion is in the market. This figure represents the total market capitalization of all publicly traded companies worldwide. Okay, worldwide. Now, I asked it, why don't Black people invest in the stock market? Unfortunately, there's not enough specific public statistics, right? However, historical disparities due to systematic factors like discrimination and unequal access to financial education. People of color have historically been less likely to invest in the stock market compared to their white counterparts. This is coming from ChatGPT. Recent years, we have seen a growing interest in investing amongst colored people. ChatGPT said colored people. Driven by factors such as increased financial literacy and the rise of accessibility to investment platforms. The investment platforms are free. Charles Schwab is free, Vanguard is free, SoFi is free, Fidelity is free, E-Trade is free. These exchanges is where the billionaires and trillionaires put their money. The Robin Hoods and Weebles and M1 Finance and all these other new ones, they don't got their money there. The billionaires have their money in Vanguard. The billionaires have their money in Fidelity. The billionaires got their money in E-Trade. That's where I got my money. That's where my family got their money. I want to be where the billionaires is at. I want to be where the money at. Okay. Also, Black people don't invest because data limitation. While there are some studies and surveys that provide insight into investment patterns among different racial and ethnic groups, it's difficult to obtain a precise count of number of colored people that are invested in the stock market. It's important to note that the stock market is constantly evolving, and these trends may be changing over time. As more people of color gain access to financial education, financial literacy, and investment opportunity, we expect to see a continued increase in their participation. Ain't that something? Because we was never investing in stocks. All the white people on Wall Street, right? I never even heard my teachers say anything about stocks. I mean, we used to hear about Wall Street on the news, but as kids, you don't know that. You don't know what that is, right? So that's why I made this literally my life's work, to teach people about building wealth, self-love, money, credit, investing, and just building life insurance and building that wealthy mindset, right? Because it's a mindset. Black people is a $4 trillion people. Everybody should have at least 10 grand invested into stocks right now. Everybody, your kids, your nieces, your nephews, you, your husband, your mother, your grandmother. But we rather spend it on liquor and sneakers. Okay. And I said, why don't black people invest? I mean, of course, lack of financial education, lack of trust, fear of loss, and culture beliefs and values that may prioritize immediate needs or short-term savings over long-term investments. How many people live in check to check? Okay. So if you invested, let me see if I have I don't even know if I have it. I probably have it on my, I gotta see, I had a video. I'll put the link for it and you guys can watch it. But it basically was saying if you invested 10,000 30 years ago in a certain stock, you can have over $1 million right now. Imagine if you invested for your daughter who was 1 and now she's 30 and she got $1 million. Or imagine right now, your daughter's 10 by the time she's 40. Your daughter's 20 by the time she's 50. You're going to still need money. 10,000, just put the 10,000 away. It's not saying you got to put the money just 10,000. You got 10,000. You spent it on liquor, weed, and sneakers. Liquor, weed, sneakers, and wigs the last 10 years. So I said VOO. So VOO is my favorite stock. Okay. It's my favorite stock because it tracks the S&P 500, which is Standard & Poor's, which is basically all of the stocks together, right? So you get a piece of everything. Historically, VOO has provided average return of 7 to 8%. So 7 to 8% every single year, right? On average, okay? So it may take you 20 years to get to $1 million in the VOO stock if you add $10,000. Now I'm going to ask how many companies are on the stock exchange, because that's what it is. It's a stock exchange. Okay. As of 2023, here's the updated info. The New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ together listed over 5,700 companies. However, this is just a portion of the global market. This is just talking about America. There are numerous stock exchanges across the world. For the most accurate and up-to-date figure, I recommend checking with specific stock exchange and financial data providers. Okay, so there's over 5,700 companies. Like my girl Ashley said, like, I love the girl. Like, she's amazing. Okay. She basically said every single day we're using one of these 5,700 companies. Okay. I'm on my iPhone right now. That's Apple. I got this wig from Amazon. That's Amazon. We brush our teeth. I hope, because some people don't brush their teeth. But I hope you wake up in the morning and brush these teeth. Okay? That's Procter and Gamble. You put on lotion. That's Procter and Gamble. You go to the ATM or you use your debit card for something. That's a bank. Chase Bank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. You drive a Mercedes Benz, or you driving a car. Some of those car parts, it's a company that has it. You're on Instagram, that's Meta. You're on Facebook, that's Meta. You put your Nikes on, that's Nike. Most of the companies that we use is on the stock market, and we can literally be making money. We literally could be making money from these exact things that we're using. Do you think you're going to stop buying Nike stock? I mean, you can think you're going to stop buying Nike, then you should have a Nike stock. You think you're going to stop shopping at Walmart? You should have some Walmart stock. You think you're going to stop shopping at Target? You think you're going to stop shopping on Amazon? You think you're going to stop buying wigs and shit? You think you're going to stop driving? No. So companies get rich from consumers. Companies build billion-dollar brands from consumers. It's almost Halloween. $9 billion. Let me ask ChatGPT. How much money was spent on candy for Halloween in 2023? What? ChatGPT got all the answers. According to the National Retail NRF, Americans expected to spend a record-breaking $12 billion on Halloween candy, a 15% increase from 2022. Here's a breakdown of how Halloween is spent per household. Now, for me, I don't deal with Halloween. I don't buy candy. Kids come trick-or-treating. I don't give them candy. None of that. Okay? Candy. Let me see. Okay? Candy per household was $31. Decorations was $34. Costumes was $36. And greeting cards was less than $5. Overall, Americans are expected to spend an average of $100 per household on Halloween items. And that is up $100 from 2022. What recession? Oh, let's ask for Christmas. You want to ask for Christmas? Let's see. How much money was spent on Christmas gifts? I don't celebrate Christmas either. Christmas gifts in 2023. $12 billion on candy. According to the NRF, Americans were expected to spend an average of $957 billion. My G, that's almost $1 trillion in 2023, which includes Christmas gift, decorations, food, travel. And it's up 4% from 2022. $957 billion we spent on Christmas in 2023, and y'all ain't got no money to invest. We spent $12 billion on candy, and y'all don't got money to invest. I have a list of books. Of course, I want you guys to get my book, which is the ABCs of Wealth Building for children, but it's for adults too, K to 12. And I want you guys to get my Amazon influencer book, which this is doing well. And my book is also doing well. Okay. And I'm going to put another book list below, right? And I want you guys to get some of them, right? I'm also an Amazon influencer, so I sell books on Amazon too. So I want you guys to get those books as well. What I want you to start doing is spend at least 30 minutes a day studying stocks, studying investing, so that you can start to build the wealthy mindset. So you won't just keep spending money, spending $1 trillion on Christmas, spending $1 billion on candy. Financial education, friends, is our only hope. Financial education, guys, is our only hope. Financial education is our only hope. $1 trillion on Christmas? 12 billion on candy? Let's see what we spend on July 4th. ChatGPT. ChatGPT said the data has not been available yet for July 4th. That's probably over $1 trillion, especially with the fireworks. What? Mother's Day. Okay, well, they're not giving an overall number. They're giving per family, per household is $250. Okay, so you times that by how many? Let's do Father's Day. Maybe we don't even have a number for Father's Day. Okay, we spend about $200 on Father's Day. See how much is spent on New Year's. See, this is real education right here. The data has not been provided yet. The data has not been provided yet. Let's see about Valentine's Day. The average person spends about $200. It says the average person It said the average person spent $200. I'm sure that's in the billions. In the billions too. So with these numbers, right? It's truly, guys, no reason that you are not investing for your family. I don't care if you're 16. I don't care if you're 11. I don't care if you're 25. I don't care if you're 55. I don't care if you're 85. There's no reason. All right, I'm teaching my daughter who's 15 budgeting. Right? Budgeting her money. Right? Budgeting, like her wants and needs. Do you need this immediately? Right? Do you want this immediately? Right? And then you decide. Right? So financial literacy, again, should be taught to you when you start school, when you get your first job, when you start your first business, when you go to college, when you get married, when you get a divorce, when you buy your first home, when you make your first million, when you make your first 100,000, when you travel, when you go bankrupt, when you're trying to build your credit. You need financial literacy on every level. That's why I always invest in myself. I don't know everything, but I know at every level I need financial literacy. Right? I don't care about spending a couple grand, 3, 4, 5 grand on a training course or an event that's going to help me to level up. I don't mind that, right? Because I know I need training at every level. And if I'm trying to get to the next level, how am I going to get there? Right? I got to invest in myself, right? You add value to yourself, right? By investing in yourself, investing time, investing money, investing energy. Now you become a valuable person. And your environments. Who are the people that you're around? Who are you around? Are you around a bunch of brokies who they begging? Or are you around people that's like, listen, man, we need to be at this event. We need to be at that event. We need to be talking about this. We need to be around this person. We need to be reading this book. We need to be attending this training. Right? So who are you around? And this is for the young people who watches this, if you watch this, right? Young people, don't hang around all the people who's broke, who just want to get high and go in the city and chill and drink and smoke and spend, all their money on food and drinks and weed and wigs. No. See, when you get serious, I was just telling my assistant this. I said, when you get serious about your goals, all that family time, every time family want to go out and go hang out and go on a trip somewhere that costs you $300 to $3,000, you ain't doing it. I don't got time because I got goals. Every time my friends want to go out, they want to go party, they got a birthday coming. Every time you turn around, somebody got a birthday about to pop off. I can't come. I got goals. Right? Short-term sacrifice for long-term gain. Short-term sacrifice. That could be 1 year, 6 months, 5 years, 5 months, 4 years, 3 years. Doesn't matter. 5 years ago like that. So short-term sacrifice for long-term gain. And shout out to Jazzy, who graduated and is headed to college. And she's making it her business to get financially educated at 17 years old. I told her by the time you're 25, 30 years old, you're a millionaire. Short-term sacrifice for long-term gain. Or long-term or no sacrifice for long-term pain. Short sacrifice for long-term gain, or no sacrifice for long-term pain. You can't keep living check to check and think you're right. At some point, you're going to come to an end. Something's going to break. You can't be stressed out your whole life. Something's going to break down. You can't be a crook, a criminal, a scammer your whole life. Eventually, you get caught. You can't be negative your whole life. Eventually, something's gonna happen. I'm just saying. Short-term sacrifice. If you're 18, 17, 15, 25, anything under 40 right now, focus on you. Anything under 40 years old. You're a millennial. Anything under 40 right now, you're considered a millennial. Okay? And you have time. Right? But don't take time for granted. You have a short window of opportunity to win. You have a short window of opportunity to win. Short-term sacrifice for long-term gain. Or keep doing what you're doing for a lifetime of pain. A lot of Americans and people across the world are living in pain because they didn't take the 5-year sacrifice. They didn't take the 2-year sacrifice to focus on their goals and dreams and build them a portfolio. Start investing in themselves, hanging around the right people. I had to get rid of all my friends who had jobs. Right? They either got rid of me or I got rid of them. We wasn't on the same path. We can't even go travel. We can't talk about a business. We can't talk about building wealth because y'all broke. Right? So it only takes a special kind of person to win. Everybody is not winners. Everybody's not. Majority of people in the world are losers. Sorry to say, but majority of people in the world are losers. Myron Golden, he said, only a few people strive to be a part of the fantastic few. He said everybody else is fighting to be mediocre and live in poverty. Ain't that crazy? They fighting to stay at the bottom. It's like crabs in a barrel, right? Fighting to stay at the bottom. But there's only a few people fighting with all they have to be a part of the fantastic few. And I'm going down in history as one of the fantastic few. What are you going to do? You got to make a decision today. So, if you haven't downloaded E-Trade, SoFi, Fidelity, Vanguard, Charles Schwab, pick one. Now, if you want SoFi, they're giving you $25. I'll put the link below, and you can download SoFi. It's a checking and a savings account. Checking and savings. Okay, it's a checking and a savings account. Okay, high yield savings account, giving you 4% on your money. Okay, and they give you $25 to invest in whatever stock you choose. And the stock that I would say that you should start investing in is the last thing you bought. If you bought an iPhone, invest in Apple. If you bought something from Amazon, invest in Amazon. If you went to Walmart, you went to Target, you logged on to Instagram, you logged on to Facebook, or you logged on to Google, buy the stock because you're using the product. So make sure you guys get my books. I'll put the link for the books below. I'll put the link to set up your own brokerage account. Make sure you guys follow me on all platforms at Coach Tanisha Marie. And I'll see you guys at the top because the bottom is just too crowded. Peace.